Well, this is a quick walk around video of a Honda CR-V. This is a 2.2 EX diesel. Lovely mileage car, it's only done 67,000 miles. Finished in Nighthawk black, but benefits there you can see from the built-in side steps as well, which really do add to the look of the car. Car's in lovely condition, it really is. Black can be a fabulous colour to look at, but clearly can mark relatively easily if you're not careful with them. But if you look on the front there, all the lenses completely intact. There's no cracks in the front fog lights or in the headlamps at all. The stone chipping's absolutely minimal. Any marks you can see on there, most of it's actually, just show you, it's just come off the trees for some bizarre reason. It's almost like spring, but it's not. It just literally fell out overnight. So frustrating. We'll have to go and clean the cars again. But it's very, very clean and crisp. Front near side wing, pretty much unmarked, really clean. Front alloy wheel, can't see a mark on there anywhere, and tons of tread on the tyre. Panel works really good. Wing mirror casing in repeater top condition. There is a little car parking dink just about there from memory, but you know, Dent Man can pull that out very, very easily indeed. But if I come back this way you can see it more clearly. It's very, very clean and crisp. It really is, this car. It's in lovely condition. Rear alloy and tyres got tons and tons of tread on this one again. Alloy's almost perfect, just one tiny little bit of curbing, just been caught just there. Come around the back of the car. Really good looking car as a CR-V. Very colour sensitive, and the black looks really good because it goes very well with the black insets on the plastics there. And then down the near side of the car, there is not a mark on the side that I can see in terms of indentations. It's like a mirror down there. It's absolutely beautiful condition. Rear wing, again, it's got a real luster to it, which I love. Alloy on this side has got a couple of marks, but I think, looking at them here, a lot of that will just polish off. So it has got a couple of little marks there. It must have caught on something, but looking at them, it looks like it may well just polish straight out. But it may just work on the principle basis. You may have to get that one painted if you want to make it look like the others. Coming down this side here, again, it's just so clean. It's absolutely superb. Final alloy, pretty much unmarked. Can't see anything on there at all. So externally, apart from one tiny little dimple dent, and you know, possibility, worst case scenario, you might have to pay about 30 quid to get an alloy painted, and that's about the sum total of the exterior. It's beautiful car in beautiful condition. Coming into the boot area now, absolutely huge boot. You can see tonneau covers there. We've got 60/40 fold on the rear seats, but they are absolutely massive in the back. Worth pointing out, the rear seats there are actually on runners, so if you pull the lever up underneath as you would on a conventional driver's seat, you can pull the seats forward a good sort of 6 to 7 inches as well. Coming to the back of the car now, rear door panel, absolutely spot on, very nice condition. The handle there is all very good, just got a couple of minor little, really tiny marks, but I'm being massively critical. You see there, huge amount of rear leg room in the car, but the leather works in super condition, it really is. Back of the seat's really good. Just pan across there for you, door card on that side, absolutely spot on. But as I said, the leather work is, you know, it doesn't really look as though it's been satin on the back here. Worth pointing out actually, up here you've got these little tabs, so you can put these at different angles as well, which is quite a nice design. And as I pointed out earlier, underneath here there's actually a bar there, so if you just pull up on that, the seat will come forward good to at least that far, maybe even that far, so you can really extend the boot area if you really need to. That can be done side to side as well. Look at the driver's door card now, again, very nice condition, only minor blemishes on there. Solera is all really good, obviously electric driver's seat, but the bolsters are in really good condition. There's no marks, tears or otherwise in those, which you'd expect given the miles of the car. Clearly if someone's got jeans or otherwise, they can scag them relatively easily. And the front passenger seat, you know, pretty much looks like new. Looking above my head here, obviously got this big glass panoramic roof, and if you want to cut out the sun, if you really feel inclined to do so, just press a button there and you clever over and then back to open it up there. So coming inside the car now, obviously the engine is running. The dashboard's in super condition, really is. EX specs, massive massive specifications. You've got a fully functional sat-nav system there. And if I pop the car into reverse, then that goes into really lovely crystal clear rear parking camera. Air conditioning is pumping out lovely cold air, dual zone climate control. Gear lever is in generally good condition, just a tiny bit of wear on the outside of the gator there, which is quite common on these, but this is actually better than most. Down here we've got sort of cubbyhole areas, heated seats. They all work absolutely perfectly as you expect on any Honda. And then panning across, multifunction steering wheel, auto lights, auto wipers. Coming to the dashboard there, we've got 67,518 miles and no warning lights on the car. You've got electric folding mirrors, just to show you. They all work absolutely perfectly as you'd expect, but just like to see people see them working there. Finally, just want to show you, we've got the original lock and wheel nut key for the car, which is still intact, and owner's manual pack with all the original all the original manuals that came with the vehicle at the time of purchase. Right, this is a road test for a Honda CR-V. This is a 2.2 EX diesel. The car is registered MH57SCH. Reason for the road test is basically we're selling to customers now from all over the near continent and the extremes of the UK, and we just like customers to see the cars prior to them coming to see us, so that way they know that they, you know, if there's any issues with the vehicle, we can let them know about it prior to them coming. Hopefully not, but it's a road test that's done on exactly the same roads outside our work that any prospective buyer will be testing the vehicle on, so in that sense should be representative of exactly what you should feel yourself. I always start with the engines and then go through the major mechanicals of the car. Engine question here, the car, I should say, we've got 67,500 miles recorded at the start of this road test. Engine starts absolutely first turn of the key. It's a great unit in these things. It fires up immediately. There's no strange noises, vibrations, whistling or anything like that from the engine. It just pulls clean and hard, as you'd expect given the mileage in all fairness, but it's just nice to know. But look at the dashboard here, there's no warning lights on the car relating to the engine or for any other part of the car for that matter either. The only warning light on there is the low fuel light. Engine then runs through clutch into gearbox. Clutch on the car is very smooth, squeak free, click free on the clutch pedal itself, bites at exactly the right point, and there's no vibrations when the clutch is in or out going back into the engine at all, so it's all very smooth and very, very nice in operation. Then goes through to this 6-speed gearbox, gear lever mounted up nice and high, really natural place for your hand to fall. Classic Honda gear change, just done very, very well indeed. It's short in the throw, very positive. It's got a nice mechanical feel to it, albeit, obviously it's like most cars, it'll be a cable going through from the gear lever into the box itself. But Honda have a way somehow of maintaining a really sort of precise, almost mechanical feel to it, and it's an object lesson to other manufacturers as to how to sort of make a good gear change when the change is so far from the box itself. That's by the by, but as an example of one, it's superb. There's not an ounce of wear in the gear change at all. It's still got absolute precision to it. All the synchro mesh is really nice. We've never, I don't want to tempt fate, but we've never ever touched a gearbox in a CR-V. It just shows just how well made those boxes are. I've had loads and loads of CR-Vs, and this gear change is a perfect example of what is a very, very fine gear change indeed. As I'm driving along now, just feeling the steering itself, there's no vibrations coming back to the steering wheel at all, so it looks like the balance is all very good. Again, can't detect any wear in it. It tracks absolutely bullet straight. There's normally with a car with a few miles or a few years old, you might detect a little bit of wear through the steering, where it just feels sort of it's lost a little bit of its precision. Perfectly safe, but just a little bit of wear, but there's nothing in it at all. It feels absolutely as tight as a drum. It really does. Likewise, the suspension is a very, very, very comfortable car, and the ride, especially on these standard 18-inch alloys, is very, very smooth indeed. Nicely judged, very precise. Works very well in conjunction with the power steering. What's nice about it, there's no, again, like the steering, I can't, apart from hearing it going over a bump like that, what I can't detect is anywhere coming back through the suspension underneath. And what I'm kind of listening out for really is things like sort of what I call these sort of aftershocks, where you get, it goes over a bump, then you hear kind of a little bit of a metallic clunking, and that can be usually kind of little suspension drop links and suspension struts with a little bit of wear in them. Again, perfectly safe, but just they can just feel a bit loose, especially sort of hard used ones. But this just feels absolutely superb. There's nothing underneath it. It's taut, it's tight. It feels, as close to new as you'll ever get on a car this age of mileage. It really does. It's going to on the straight line, and I'm going to give the brakes a sharp jab. I'm going to hold on to everything to make sure it doesn't go flying forward, so bear with me. That's excellent. Brake pedal's really good. No vibration or pulsing back through the brake pedal at all. So it all seems in very, very good order underneath there. Also, as I drive along, just listening out for kind of noises that shouldn't be there, and I'm talking about kind of wind noise and intrusion, where someone might have skagged a door seal or something, but it's exactly how quiet it should be. Check the cruise control system. That all works absolutely fine. That's all good. They do drive very, very well indeed. Obviously the CR-V is a four-wheel drive car, albeit they use a much cleverer system than most. Honda worked out very quickly that most people that drive these cars will do this, just drive along on main roads 99% of the time. The one time it might need four-wheel drive, with a little bit of snow and ice if we get any, or towing a caravan across a sort of a wet field, then it will bring in the rear wheel drive automatically. The front wheels will start to spin, rear wheels will kick in. It's a bit like someone giving you a push in the back. It's an amazing and utterly reliable system. Clearly the advantage of that is the fact that, unlike a lot of competitors that are running permanent four-wheel drive, is that you haven't got all the mechanical losses of running with four-wheel drive the whole time, the extra fuel that they use, and the noticeable tyre wear that the permanent four-wheel drive cars suffer from. And those with selectable ones, you've got all the kind of extra functions and unreliability that's inherent in that. We've never touched the four-wheel drive system on these cars. It is an astonishingly good system, and used in many, many applications by Honda over the years, and it's just been, superbly reliable in every sense. Looking at the interior of the car now, in very, very, very good condition. The fact is, CR-Vs, going to be brutally honest, they are used as sort of predominantly family cars. So you do quite often find, unfortunately, that a few of them can have a sort of few marks and scrapes and bangs above the ordinary, just because they become kind of mobile play dens really. But the plastics and the seats in this car are in absolutely superb condition. They really, really are. Dashboard here, there's no of the marking. Kids put their feet on there, they scratch ever so easily. But it's all really good and intact. You've got a little cubby hole up there. Sat nav's all working absolutely beautifully. Obviously that's goes into a camera when you pop it into reverse, as you know from the previous video. But again, all works absolutely spot on. air conditioning is pumping out absolutely ice cold air. So I'm going to pop that onto, it's coming out the side vent at the moment, so I'll just get that coming out of there. That is freezing cold air conditioning. Again, just lovely, dead simple to use, very high quality controls. It's got a lovely kind of click action that comes with them. Dashboard all working perfectly, pixelation's all perfect, temperature gauge a third of the way up, which is exactly where it needs to be. But all the dials, the steering wheel's in beautiful condition. Again, they're just hardly, it totally belies its age mileage. It's in really stunning condition. I really wish the chap in front would stop texting, because he's clearly got his head down looking, he's wandering all over the place. Anyway, just to let you know, the whole purpose of this video was just to give you any feedback on it. I can't fault it, I'm going to be honest with you. That's not because I don't want to, it's because I genuinely can't. It drives beautifully. If I've missed anything out, don't hesitate, please give us a call. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you might have.